I think that's how I had it. That's why I was like, why is it running so weird? Okay, that's better. Cool. All right, handmaiden, what's up? What are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
You can always play Pazak with that.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
No, I do not trust him.
Great timing. At cards?
That too.
Look, I don't think anyone here trusts each other.
That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least the Iridonian trusts you. We heard much of the Iridonian when we served Atris. Atris believed that the Iridonian held the knowledge to restoring Telos.
Is that why Atris was siphoning power to the Telos Academy?
The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. But there is something greater being achieved. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos.
Atris thought Beodur was the key to saving Telos.
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Ichani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
Has Beodur ever came up in SOTOR, now that I think about it? I do want to talk about it. What? I feel like all of those are just kind of dismissive of her, and I don't really necessarily want to be. Maybe you'd like to explain why Atris is siphoning power to the Telos Academy.
The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated. The teachings at the Academy must be preserved, even if it draws strength from Telos.
Forget it, I had some other questions.
May I ask?
Did Atris ever mention me?
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Did I? Oh, we had this conversation. We had this conversation on Telos.
She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts, and she told us why you fell to the dark side.
What? Dark side?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it.
Forget it, I had some other questions. We've already been over that. Why are you called the Handmaidens?
We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the Handmaidens.
You're the last of them?
I am the last of the Handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
Your skill is impressive, as is your devotion to your training.
That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
What do you mean?
There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Is this what occupies your thoughts?
To the Ichani, battle is a means of communication. It is an art in the truest sense of the word. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
Devotion to their cause?
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength.
So you consider slaughter a means of expression?
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
What do you think Revan was saying?
Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
Forget it, I had some other questions.
You may ask.
Do you have a name?
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
You should take value in yourself as well.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging ourselves to something greater. When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
There is some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment of me?
If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack.
Do you think that I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
I had some other questions.
You may ask.
I would like to return to the Academy on Telos.
It is not possible to dock at the Academy without the proper codes.
Do you have them?
Yes, but I could not give them to you.
Okay.
You may ask.
Let's just move on. What are you doing?
I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
You could always, no, I'm not gonna do it. I already been there. Never mind, I'll be going. I feel like
Yes?
there's more I can do.
I am training. That... You may... I honor the... There is no need... It is not... You...
Never mind, I'll be going. Wait, how did I get more?
Yes? I am training. That... You may have... I honor... Yeah.
I feel that I may trust you with such things, so I shall speak of it if you wish to hear. Okay, there we go. Yes, I would hear it.
Though my father's blood I share with my sisters, I wear the face of my mother. My father was Usanis, an Ichani general.
Usanis was a hero of the Mandalorian Wars, one of the greatest.
He left our family to serve in the Mandalorian Wars, but his choice was not because of battle. He went to join my mother, one whose movements and spirit matched his. His only desire was that they fight together, side by side, for as long as there were enemies amassed against them.
If your face is any indication, she must have been beautiful.
I never saw her face, and she did not return from the final battle of the war. She died in the battle that shattered Malachor V, and her body was never recovered. My father returned from the Mandalorian Wars and did not enter battle again. He entered politics, A caste where one's battles are fought through words rather than action.
What happened to him?
He was slain by Revan in the Jedi Civil War. When Revan sought to destabilize the Ichani worlds, Revan succeeded. The fact that our father chose battle is not shameful, but that is not the reason he went to war. He went to war to be with the one he loved, but not the one he had pledged himself to. He was disloyal. I am the mark of that disloyalty. It is said that such things run in the blood, and I have fought long to prove that this is not so. That is why I am different from my sisters. Yet I am pledged to them, and Atris, and I would die before betraying them. I tell you this in trust, and ask that you not speak of it to others. I only wish you to know.
Why tell me?
Because when my father returned from the Mandalorian Wars, he walked as you do now. There was something wounded inside him. He did not speak of what had happened there, and with us he was silent, changed. When I look upon you, I see in you an answer to a question I have searched for all my life, and that is why I tell you this now. I do not believe you to be the monster Atris made you out to be. I believe your choice was my father's choice, and it was just as difficult.
Do you blame me for Malachor 5?
Malachor 5 is the place where I lost my mother and my father. But it was their choice to fight the Mandalorians, and to die there if Malachor was to be their grave. I know it is difficult for others to see why I am here, but it was important that you know one of the reasons. And know that it is not simply duty that I am here, but because I want to be here. I want to fight with you side by side for as long as there are enemies that threaten you. You are a leader. Your stance, your every action proves it.
I'm grateful for your words and for your assistance.
You honor me, Exile. Together, then.
Never mind, I'll be going.
Yes?
What are you
I
doing?
am training. That, and I had forgotten how long.
Always
What
play
do you
Bazak.
mean?
I've been
No.
to this.
That too.
It's going to be a short journey if everyone's watching each other for betrayal.
That is untrue.
Okay.
His. I will respect your wish.
Don't apologize. It was a long time ago.
It does not sound like it is in the past. You may.
Yeah, I guess we can't progress any further with her at this point, which is okay.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room.
It's not my fault if they follow me. It is not my fault if they follow me.
Is it? Perhaps you are wrong. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience.
What makes you think they obey me?
Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they
Gosh,
speak
she's so
to you,
snippy.
and notice the change when they speak to others.
Does the fact that they obey me upset you?
I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them?
No, what?
They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done.
So now you're saying I need them. And what about you?
I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see.
The amount of work they put in the stories is amazing, yeah. It gets really deep. I will think upon how my allies may be used then.
Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength.
What do you mean?
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
Okay.
Ask, and I will answer.
You know what happened to T3?
Betrayal, and by a machine that I will not abide. Machines. Always did Revan use them to inflict his will on the galaxy, whether in war or in assassination. His passion for such tools, for things dead to the Force, defies me. He would have loved a human droid such as you, dead to the Force. A shell that would carry out his orders. It is no matter. It is a device, and now it is broken.
Wait, what?
You are spending time with the servant of Atris.
Huh? I don't remember any of that. She, like, blew up T3? I don't remember that happening. She doesn't admit to it? Interesting. I don't remember that at all. It's 5 seconds into this conversation, and I've already had enough. So what?
I knew her mother. She was a Jedi Knight, a master, named Aaron Kai. Jedi are forbidden to have children, and when the crime finally came to light almost a decade later, Kai was exiled. She joined the Mandalorian Wars after the shame of her birth was revealed.
She served under Revan?
Revan welcomed her, and she was said to be a skilled warrior, beautiful and strong in the Force. The Force flows strongly in the blood of those born from Force sensitives. I doubt that Aaron was any different. If the servant of Atris is of her blood, then the potential lies within her. If you train her, if you teach her the ways of the Jedi, you will be asking her to break her oath to Atris. It would be best not to train her, and let the bloodline die with Telos.
Why shouldn't she know her heritage?
Should she? By whose judgment should such truths be revealed? I do not have such arrogant presumptions. The Jedi separate children from their parents as they did you. It is because family exerts a powerful influence on one's development. I am merely saying that revealing such things can have profound consequences, nothing more.
How could I train her?
You must train yourself first. The time will reveal itself. Yet if you persist as you have, building her trust, then you will be training her, whether you know it or not, until the choice is hers, not yours.
Enough of this. I have questions, though.
Before you continue questioning me, I hope your thoughts in the matter concerning the servant of Atris are clear. Spend time with her if you must, but recognize where your true loyalties lie, to the galaxy and yourself.
My feelings for her are none of your concern.
Ah, so then perhaps I was mistaken in my judgment. Never have you wondered what it would mean in the Ichani rituals if the two of you sparred and fought, and you won, completely and utterly? If perhaps she would give in, surrender herself to you? Few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind. Exile. And such passions are not strength, but erosion.
My feelings for her are nothing like that, and you know it.
No? Then perhaps I was simply mistaken. Very well. I shall keep such judgments to myself.
Yeah. Quick save. You got anything else you want to say?
Have you come with questions?
I want you to teach me about the Force.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I don't think there's anything here.
The
Other questions? You don't seem to like the handmaiden. Why?
There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all.
Jeez. Okay. She's offered to help us, so show her the same respect I show you.
Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She may have her uses.
Why do you say that?
Because Atris is a threat. And as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage.
Agreed. We need every tool we can get if Atris tries anything.
Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I will answer.
What's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
There might be a way to heal your sight.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use.
True.
They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight. But sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted.
I had other questions.
Ask, and I will...
Freya, what are you, a Jedi? A Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
I want some answers, not more cryptic words.
Or what? Shall you kill me? Hurt me? You would only be inflicting harm on yourself. Perhaps you will keep me here on this ship prisoner, unable to leave. Or perhaps you will simply cast me out, exile me. It matters not.
We will speak more of this, I promise you.
That is enough for today, and I must rest.
I had other questions. Doesn't rest. Did you know Atris at all?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own. Ask,
such a helpful teacher.
and I will answer.
Truly. I had questions about how Revan amassed such a huge force against the Republic.
A discussion, perhaps, for another time.
Okay.
Ask.
Did you know Revan?
I misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my words unwisely again. Leave this be.
I had other
Ask.
questions. You know anything about the Sith that
Nothing
pursue
more
us?
than we already know. There is danger in such knowledge,
Okay.
even if I was certain of the ones who hunt you. Ask.
Alright, we'll be going. Okay, influence
Yes.
gained. Maybe now
Have you
she'll
come with questions?
talk about something. Yes, and I need some answers.
Then ask. Does it?
Enough of the lies. Tell me what you are.
Or what? Or
Mrs. Potts, kinda. Maybe a little bit. I see what you mean.
ask. I know. A discussion. I miss. Ask. Nothing. There is.
Okay, no, she doesn't want to talk about anything. Okay. Next. Who's next on the conversation list? Getting a little crowded. I think I already talked to T3. Did I? Maybe I didn't. Where is he at? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Initialize the control cluster. Success! Step away. Alright. I don't think this does anything, right? Whoa. Yeah. Alright, Atten. Last but not least, buddy.
Something up?
I had some questions for
All
you.
right. What did you want to know?
Nothing, apparently. Okay. Let's save. And where are we headed? Where should we go? Whoops. Whoops. Should go to Paragus, probably. Onderon, Narshada, Corvin, or Dantooine? Where do you think we should go first, Lil? Onderon, Narshada, Corvin, or Dantooine? Or anybody else. We can take in votes that might be in here. Dantooine? Dantooine's a good choice. What you think, Dorzan? What you think? I'm not sure what like the correct order in this game is to like the most efficient or whatever. I think I remember it in KOTOR 1, it was like Tatooine, Kashyyyk, Corbin was last, so Manon, Corbin. I think that was the best order. I don't know what it is in this game. I'm not really trying to do the most efficient playthrough or anything. I feel like Dantooine is a little early now, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, Dantooine's pretty... I feel like a lot happens on Dantooine. We can flip a coin, or we can roll... do like a dice roller. Want to do like a dice roller or something? Hold on, let me pull one up. Dice roll. Dice roller. Roll a die. All right, so we'll do a 4-sided die. So you're thinking Corbin, Narshada. See, we got so many. Now we're all over the place, guys. We'll do 1 is Dantooine, 2 is Narshada, 3 is Corbin, 4 is Onderon. All right? Is that fair? Or should we do a 3-sided die since we got no Onderon? We can do a 3-sided die. What up, Niner? Let's do a 3-sided die because no one said Onderon. So we'll do Dantooine is 1, Narshada is 2, Corbin is 3. All right? Okay, I guess it just keeps rolling until I stop. I'm not gonna look. Wait, am I over it? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, stop. 2. So Narshada, we're going to Narshada first. Narshada. Narshada's fun. Let's go. Narshada it is. Let's go. Welcome in, Niner. How you doing, brother? I got it working.
Well,
I don't know if you were
are.
here last night when it
Smugglers
wasn't
move.
working, but
It's the gaping maw
it's
of
working.
Nal Hutta, swallowing all the cargo and spaceport thugs the galaxy has to offer. Mandalorians, mercenaries, war veterans, and pilots from the Mandalorian Wars and the Jedi Civil War ended up on Nar Shaddaa from all sides of the conflict. When the last war ended, there was no place left for them to go. Nar Shaddaa's a rough place and easy to get lost in. Or for someone to get lost. If we wanted to keep out of sight from the Sith for a while, you couldn't pick a better spot.
Perfect, then. What's Nal Hutta?
It means glorious jewel in Huttese, but don't let that fool you. It's the central breeding grounds of the Hutts. Nar Shaddaa orbits it. Nal Hutta's as slimy as the Hutts. Lots of swamp and bloated gas. It's where those slugs reach out and grab chunks of the galaxy. Trust me, We're not gonna go anywhere near the place unless we want to be washing the stink out of our clothes for the next few years.
That bad? I didn't think anything could compel you to bathe.
You spend all day thinking up that joke? Maybe you and Beodur should start a circus.
I fail to understand the reference, though I doubt your explanation would prove worthwhile.
Little comments like that I don't remember either. That was actually pretty good. That was funny. So there's a lot of ex-soldiers in Ashura. Before I continue, Niner, do you stream? Are you a streamer? Are you upgrading your wife's lights so that you can use your old ones? I'm assuming, like, for stream? Because if so, I don't know if I'm following you or not. Am I? Off and on right now? Well, let me throw you a follow real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Boom. Got you, man. Got you. Followed. But sick, dude. Yeah, I'll pop in next time you're live. What are you playing right now? Or, I know it's off and on, but what are you just doing some KOTOR stuff, or? So there's a lot of ex-soldiers on Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah. Some came looking for work running freight and cargo. Still, there's only so many ships to go around and so many workers. So others lend their weapons to the huts in the exchange. It's become a prime base for raider recruitment across the galaxy.
How hard would it be to find a Jedi here?
It won't be easy. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa. Finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
You speak of this place as if it is familiar to you.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice.
Bunch of stuff going on. Hoping to get back to steady schedule next month. I feel it, man. Yeah, the last few months have been kind of crazy because me and my wife we moved to this new apartment. We'll probably be moving at the end of the year as well. So, yeah, I feel that. It's been kind of off and on and iffy for me too. I had to pick up like a part-time job, more hours at least, more steady stuff, because everything kind of sucks and money's tight, but you know, it is what it is. I feel you though. Well, hopefully you can find some time, man. If that's something you're passionate about and you enjoy doing, I hope you can find some time to get back to it for sure. What's the refugee sector?
Well, not everyone who came to Nar Shaddaa were soldiers. A lot of worlds were destroyed by the Mandalorians and the Jedi. Left a lot of people wandering the galaxy.
How hard will it be to hide here?
Shouldn't be too hard. There's so much traffic on Nar Shaddaa, finding anyone on the moon's surface is going to be hard. We're going to touch down in the refugee sector. There's a lot more traffic there, and it's harder for people to spot you coming in. Or find you once you arrive.
You speak of this place as if it is familiar to you.
Anyone flying the Star Lanes has docked on Nar Shaddaa at least once. I wouldn't want to live there, and I doubt anyone does by choice.
Mainly do KOTOR and Mass Effect Legendary, both amazing games. I've heard Star Trek Online is actually pretty fun. I've never played it though. I'm not a big Trekkie, but I've heard the game was actually pretty good. And no problem, dude. No problem for the follows. Did I already ask where the refugee sector is? I think I did. Then let's take the Ebon Hawk in for a landing.
I've plotted a course for the refugee sector, and we should touch down within the hour. Once we're down, we should finally be able to breathe easy. There's no way anyone's gonna find us here.
Way to jinx it there, bud. Way to jinx it, Atten. Just gotta throw that out into the universe like that? Come on. I'm sorry, galaxy. Did he just say that, right? Right, Dorazin, right? Way to go there, bucko. Might eventually stream someday. It's fun, Darklight. It's definitely not easy to keep up with, unless you just have like endless free time, but I mean, it ain't easy. Guy's dumber than Karth. Ooh, I don't know, that's saying a lot, Dorazin. That's savage. Damn, I'm feeling the burn from that. Jeez. But I'm nervous and camera shy. I feel that. Well, you can always start off no cam and just kind of get warmed up to it with like a mic and stuff. But I feel that. It took me a while to kind of get used to the camera and everything. But I'm getting more numb to it. It's still, every time I press go live, I still get nervous and stuff.
You have heard that the Jedi comes to Nar Shaddaa.
Nar
While
Shaddaa.
he walks upon the smuggler's moon, he is not to be harmed. You may watch him, observe his movements, but nothing more. You must, because one Jedi attracts others. It is the way of things.
Bomababe want to susintu mukarata. Tu esfrektonatada be mabarchokto. Torenibu insurata sisi
If you wish to live, you should respect KOTOR's wishes. The handsome Jedi has run for years. He will not stay on this moon forever.
Let the Zorgs defy KOTOR, and after I've collected their bounty, I'll keep theirs.
You must leave that's unspoken, Hanar. You were carried far from world of trees, maybe too far. I hear you have even collect life debt and little rat-named human females. She make you fool you twice if she has crossed dogs.
KOTOR or not, I'll carve a bloody swath through your entire family, Shog, I swear to you.
If KOTOR's vessel is no longer neutral ground, inform us so that we might initiate.
It's not a mod. They're just stacked.
And commence firing at once.
That's just the game. We are not the handsome Jedi while he walks on Nar Shaddaa. Unless we are attacked first, we are permitted to defend ourselves.
Observation. Jedi follow the self-destructive path of pacifism and tolerance. They will not attack first.
This Jedi is different. KOTOR told us to leave the Jedi alone. Is it true? But he said nothing of the Jedi's companions. Wow, sultry. Is not pay to win.
Beautiful stench and decay of desperate living.
This moon, it teems with life. It is difficult to center oneself.
Welcome to Nar Shaddaa. Towering buildings kilometers high and miles deep. With canyons so wide you could have a dogfight in them.
USD over the last 3 years.
Word of
What
warning,
the hell?
watch where you step, or you'll fall for hours.
Fall for hours? Oh my god. Is he exaggerating? I'm gonna pick up KOTOR and KOTOR 2 again and play it. I was gifted those. Ooh. Yeah, dude. That would be a good it's such a linear game for the most part that that's a good way to kind of get started. But if you do pick it up, one thing that's like helped me and that I've just kind of accepted is you do it because you have fun doing it. You don't do it expecting anything out of it. It's just kind of fun to do that and hang out with people and talk. You do it for that reason, nothing else. Multiple reasons why that's the case, but it's tough to keep up with and to do it regularly, to say the least. But it's super fun and super rewarding because I get to hang out with guys like you, you know? And it goes both ways like that, so it's super fun, man. Are we going to be okay on this landing pad?
Sure. Most of the landing pads around here are unclaimed, or should be. They're pretty badly maintained, so they're not safe to land on.
Wait, what?
I mean, not this one. But they all have the reputation, so we should be all right.
Both ways.
I think.
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Adam? The Ebon Hawk looks a little exposed.
Maybe a little, but landing here means we didn't have to transmit our ID signature. You know what trouble that always brings.
Chicken nuggets and tater sauce sounds
while we're here, we should get those signatures changed.
really good right now.
Wouldn't make us such a target when we enter a new system.
That does sound really good, Niner. That is bougie. That is bougie. Actually, you can type in !Discord, and you should send me some. You should post some pics of that bougie meal because that sounds so good. Hopefully that link still works. Let me know if it doesn't. I think I could put the link that's like never expires or whatever. But let me know if you have trouble with it. Are we going to be okay on this landing pad?
Sure. Most of the land...
Oh, wait, I already...
No, but I forgot to tell them we were landing. The refugee sector's a dead zone.
If you can,
No
you don't
one
have
cares
to,
too much
Niner,
who
but
flies in and out of here as
chicken
long as they're
nuggets
not
does
carrying
sound pretty
cargo
fire
that
right
the
now. I'm not
exchange or
gonna
the
lie.
huts might want a piece of.
Now I'm hungry. Fuck. Tots and a blue Powerade slushie. Ooh, you're talking Sonic. Shut up. Shut up. Is this the refugee sector?
Yeah, in all its glory. Don't get your hopes up from what you see here, though. As soon as we hit the main sector, that's when the smell and the mobs can get pretty bad.
Then let's move on.
All right, then, let's move out. Where are we headed exactly?
It does not matter where we go. If what we seek is here, we shall come upon it in due time.
It's a pretty big city, Cray. I don't know.
Stay on the ship and meditate some more. Don't let us stop you.
Our upstairs neighbors are doing something right now. I'm just looking for a place to lay low, like my upstairs neighbors.
Then just being here should be enough. People in the refugee sector don't tend to ask too many questions. We should be safe enough.
I wouldn't mind getting some new equipment.
There should be a central trading hub up ahead. Their stock's probably not the best, but they may have some things worthwhile.
Stompy McFuckface. Yeah, it's pretty accurate, man. Pretty accurate. I prefer bottom floor over like top. Just because it doesn't bother me that much, but yeah, they can be kind of annoying. They have a subwoofer in their living room too, and I swear to God, they watch Fast and Furious like every single night. It's just like, yeah, it can be annoying. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing right now, but you might hear thumps. I want to find out more about this bounty on the Jedi.
Well, that means finding either a bounty hunter, a ranking member of the Exchange, or someone willing to talk, none of which are too appealing. Bounty hunters in the Exchange are going to want to shoot you, and someone who is willing to talk to anyone, which means trouble.
The bounty is a waste of our efforts. All that matters is the Jedi.
Okay.
The intentions of the thugs of this moon are of no consequence.
This bounty poses a threat to him. We do not need two beasts at our back when the Sith are enough.
If you are so certain of your path, then do what you will, servant of Atris. It makes no difference.
It's up to you. There's bound to be someone in the sector willing to spill their guts for a credit or two.
Remember the first time I tried to stream, I couldn't hit the live button. It took me a month or two after the first time to actually hit that button. I love streaming, but time is a pain in my lower regions on the backside of my body. Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. Yeah, it took me like I got all my stuff set up, and I was just like, to myself, I was like, it's just not right yet. Like, it needs to look perfect before I press live for the first time. But I've kind of let go of that and just like, you know what? People really don't care that much. As long as you're hanging out and you're just a good vibe, people will gravitate towards that. And I'll bring it back to the idea of like, you don't do it for other people necessarily. You do it because you enjoy doing it and you have fun. Like, I like to go back into this content that I've created and see how stupid I am. And, you know, I do it for myself because it's almost like therapy for myself in an extent too, because I feel like I'm being productive, whether or not anybody cares or not. It's been hard for me to choke down that reality of, you know, people may or may not care or enjoy the content, but I think I've gotten over that, where it's just fun for me to make. And lately, it's given me great date nights with my wife, so, you know, there's a plus in that too. But join the Discord. Yeah, welcome in, dude. Welcome in. I'll say hi when I get offline, but welcome on in, guys. Yeah, send me those nuggy pics if you've got them. And you know what nuggets I'm talking about, not the weird ones. None of that. If Zeskai L is here, I want to find him.
Finding a Jedi or anyone else touched by the Force here will be difficult. The mass of people, the rush of their emotions, it makes detection difficult. But this moon does not get any smaller while we wait. This sector is as good as any place to begin our search, so let us begin.
Well, if we're gonna search a moon of a few billion inhabitants for one Jedi that even our own can't sense, might as well start as soon as possible.
Let's see where our path takes us.
All right, if you have any questions, just
Ranch
ask.
for sure, then catch up. Okay.
We should be able to leave the ship here as long as we want.
Yes.
No one supervises these landing pads
yes,
anymore.
Niner.
You there!
Oh.
What's with you? Letting that piece of junk sink its
What'd you
struts
say?
into my landing pad.
My landing pad. Our first force persuade option actually, which is surprising. Force persuade seems too easy right now. Junk, you're lucky my ship's gracing your trash heap.
Huh? My trash heap? Fine, land there. My trash heap's all that's keeping your ship from making the final plunge. And trust me, it won't be long in coming, I promise you. I got some visitors booked for your space, but I'm sure the two of you can work it out when they arrive.
Okay. All right, who's coming along? I want to bring Kreia just because she's really good with the force chain ability, and I'm just trying to get more influence with her. The same actor as Watto? I don't know if it's the actual same actor. It sounds like him. It kind of sounds like someone doing an impression of Watto, though. Crayola Kreia? Yeah. Who should be our second, though? What do you guys think? Got some good options. All of them are really good. I like them all. Kreia's a must because I want that influence with her because I feel like there's more dialogue with her with the restored content, so it's kind of nice. What y'all think? Atten Randy seems like he knows how to be a meat shield. Yeah, it makes sense, I feel like, to bring him here because he knows so much about it. Atten's probably a good call. I think I agree. We're gonna go Atten. Quello, come on, can we talk about this? Why are you walking towards my ship, bro? Forgot a keybind. Key mapping, game, character screen. I'm gonna make that C. Check that. Is this Quello lore? Quello was a pale-skinned Toydarian landing pad owner who was met by, oh my gosh, Mitra Surik after the landing of the Ebon Hawk in the refugee sector on Nar Shaddaa. Doesn't. Oh wait, Quell was voiced by Andrew Sicome, who was also voiced Watto. It was the same. You're right. Nice. That is cool. That's interesting. That's pretty cool. I didn't know it was actually the same guy. I always thought it was just like somebody doing an impression. But it does sound like him, so that's awesome. I think the armor I'm wearing is still the best. Yeah, I haven't really gotten anything new that I want to wear. That's better. I'll use that. Why am I not holding a weapon right now? Oh, probably because I had mods on, but no, there are none. The main hand, that was the main hand, and then I had, this is the offhand, I believe. You can be my mind runner through her. Jeez, they're going ham upstairs tonight. My first stream were a camera and 2 monitors. Now I've been working on lighting and a custom painted background. Oh, custom painted background, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, I'm all for like upgrading things and, you know, getting it just how you want it, but don't let that hold you back from you know, still having fun with it. Because I feel like it's fun to watch how people's streams kind of develop and stuff too, and being kind of a part of that process as well. Super fun. I watch a lot of like S-Fan TV from OTK, and he's always doing that kind of stuff. He just goes live of him setting things up, and I always find that really fun to see the finished product of things and stuff. But, you know, don't let me tell you how to do what you want to do. But, is this... It's just a stealth field generator. We'll give him the reflex. Do you want anything? Miss Constitution. We'll give her a little more Constitution, because why not? Dexterity, Wisdom. That's probably better for her. Two Charisma. Yeah, we'll give her the Grey Jedi Robe. I feel like it's actually a little better for her, too. Less electrical damage. I don't know how much that'll come up. Well, why not? It's better than, like, anything else. Cool. I think that's it. Actually, did I have... Is Binox Blaster better than what Atton's actually using? It might be. I kind of like his blasters, though, because they, like, stun and stuff. Or this one does? One of them did. Do they not anymore? Oh, that was the holdout blaster. Yeah, Mandalorian blaster is better. 4 to 7. I like the 4 to 7 because it's just constantly doing like a solid 4 damage. I think that's really good. So I'm gonna keep that. Yeah. Breath. Okay. Cool, cool. Save. Nothing fancy. Oh yeah. I feel it. Gosh, what are they doing? Huh? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. They're going in upstairs. Oh, Nar Shaddaa. Some good conversations on this planet. Hello!
You're not too far. We warned you what happened, but you kind not listen. Break legs. Maybe you not wander so far.
Look, you can't keep us
Both
trapped in the
bumping and
refugee
grinding,
sector.
both grinding
We
and
can't survive
bumping.
there. You've got us locked in.
Yep. The place is there, not here.
Another human? What you look at?
What's going on here?
Exchange business, human, not for your seeing unless you want to lose your eyes.
Threaten me again, it'll be the last thing you do.
One human not losing fight, more than one human a little better. Spill more blood.
Oh, okay, they want it. They want it. Ooh, that just got real loud. Guess we haven't had combat in a minute. Let's turn... maybe that down a little bit. Sound effects down just a bit, huh? That's better. Maybe a little more, honestly. It's still pretty loud. I can't hear myself think. It's like a thunderstorm happening above us. I don't know what they could be doing. It's like they're dropping bowling balls over and over. But it's like spaced out, like every 60 seconds.
Thanks for your help. They would have crippled me for sure.
I don't know. Why were they hurting
Well,
you?
they work for the Exchange, for a Quarren named Visquis. He's looking to step up in the Exchange. The only language the Exchange respects is money, so Visquis is trying to increase his profits by using the refugees here in Nar Shaddaa as a cheap labor force. We're only good to him as slaves and merchandise. He wants to keep us in one place.
I don't remember his voice
where he
sounding
can
like this.
Control us. That's always been the way. Well, except lately.
Hate living under others, yeah. We're not going to be here for that much longer, but... What do you mean?
The Exchange has been clamping down on the refugee sector hard, and I've no idea
Can you tell me
why.
what to do
They've
on
started
Nar
kidnapping
Shaddaa?
people, hurting others, but there seems to be no reason to it.
You're looking for a Jedi. As far as the main story goes. But you gotta kind of explore and... I feel you guys on that, yeah. Gotta explore and have conversations. Where do I look?
If he's got reason to. Either
You gotta
because you can
do,
help him
just
out,
do all of
or
like
because
this
you're
kind of
making
side
trouble.
missions,
Either
and then
way, it's not a
eventually
good thing.
make sure you talk to everybody and do all the side quests that they give you. I was glad to help. Now you better head out.
Whatever your reasons, thanks.
Do you guys hear like the every now and then? Doing laps last winter, my ceiling fans were flapping. Oh my god, that's awful, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's terrible. Does he just appear? I don't remember exactly.
Credits, friend.
It's been a while since I've actually played through this game. But it's something like that. Like you do like some like side missions and just kind of do your thing, and then he kind of like makes himself known. But just make sure you do all the side stuff, like things like talking to this guy, and you just talk to everybody that you can, and eventually you'll kind of progress. I can in exchange for some information.
All right. I don't know much beyond the refugee sector here, but I can share what I know.
Tell me about the refugee sector.
This sector's filled with refugees from the Jedi Civil War, and even as far back as the Mandalorian Wars. Refugees and war veterans both, and anyone else who was rendered homeless by the war. The Jedi destroyed planets across the galaxy, and here's where the wreckage ended up.
Why are the refugees here?
A lot of space lanes cross at Nar Shaddaa, and once here, it's hard to move on. Even fighter pilots from the war can't get work at the docks. The freighter crews are full up. There's no work here and no way out, unless you want to become a hired muscle for the Exchange, or work in a Hutt slave camp.
Do you know someone named Zezkael?
No, should I? He doesn't sound like a Hutt. What, is he a bounty hunter or an Exchange boss?
Tell me about the refugee sector.
This sector's filled with refugees from the Jedi Civil War, and even as far back as the Mandalorian Wars. Refugees and war veterans. That's two names for one thing. It's difficult to tell in the crossfire, and the Sith were led by Jedi. In the end, it didn't make much difference.
I'll be going now.
You did promise some credits in exchange for information.
Of course. Here's 5 credits.
Look, one other thing. It's obvious you're new around here. I can tell it just by looking at you. Nar Shaddaa can be a rough place, and easy to get lost in. If you want, I can keep an ear out for you. Let you know if I hear anything.
And what do you get out of it?
Life's been better, and every credit can go a long way. Just think it over.
Oh, no worries, Niner. No worries. I'll just imagine the crispiest, most delicious, plain
I saw what you did
nuggets.
To those exchange thugs, stranger.
And that sounds amazing
Can
right
a
now.
few credits maybe help another refugee in need?
I have nothing for you. Get out of my way.
Forgive me, stranger, but if you had some credits you could spare, it would be a great help.
It does, doesn't it, Darklight? Just like, it's just plain and simple, you know? I haven't had like nuggets like that in forever. Just some like cafeteria nuggets. Of course. Do I want to give him 5 credits or threaten him? It's just 5 credits.
Thank you, stranger. I won't forget your kindness.
Kindness.
Why did you do such a thing? Such kindnesses will mean nothing. His path is set. Giving him what he has not earned is like pouring sand into his hands.
It doesn't hurt me, though. Nothing is set, as long as there's hope. Chance for redemption every day. It may help him, if nothing else, but to survive.
And would that be a kindness? What if by surviving another day he brings a greater darkness upon another?
And what if he doesn't?
The Force binds all things. The slightest push, the smallest touch, sends echoes throughout life. Even an act of kindness may have more severe repercussions than you know or can see. By giving him something he has not earned, perhaps all you have helped him become is a target.
Yeah, you're a target.
Seeing another elevated often brings the eyes of others who suffer. And perhaps in the end, all you have wrought is more pain.
Oh, he's alive. He's fine.
And that is my lesson to you. Be careful of charity and kindness, lest you do more harm with open hands than with a clenched fist.
There is wisdom in what you say. Perhaps I'll not be so quick to offer aid in the future.
Good. Mind what I have said. Use your power.
She's not wrong.
In its proper place.
Haven't heard anything more yet?
Alright. Get a little quick save action going on. Swoop garage. Oh, we going swooping, homies? Hello?
And what did he want?
Not much. Just answers.
There was harm
to some
destined either way.
questions.
Exactly.
Really? Interesting.
Yep. Yeah, it's impossible to know. All you have to you just gotta do you. Yeah, exactly, Dorsvin. Met Explosive, it is not Master Tien's fault, however. He is simply forgetful due to his age and failing eyesight. I am proud to have lasted this long. Explosive ends? Yes, many accidents have occurred here in the garage, and sometimes when equipment is used improperly, damage to droids or the surrounding environment occurs. But please ignore the carbon scoring on the walls. The accident was infrequent, and Master Tien is truly a craftsman. You said you were the 32nd version? Oh yes, the previous 31 models employed by Master Tien have met explosive ends. Yes. I'm looking to buy some equipment. I'm afraid all transactions must be cleared through Master Tien. Is there any way I may be of assistance? I'll be going now. Let me steal your stuff. Hello? Why did I leave the hyperstrammer? Who's that? Someone in front of me. Raise your chin 5 degrees and rotate your head 15 degrees to your right. Darkness has fallen upon my eyes, a curse of age. What brings you here, visitor? Welcome to the inn shop. My eyes are old, but I can see you want something of me. Could you change a ship's ID transponder codes? Could I? Will I? Not legal, frowned upon by government peoples with button stunners. That troubles with the inn. I can pay you for your time. It is not a matter of payment, it is a matter of commitment. Transponder cars are permanent once written. I have none. I would need a new transponder codes you wish to use, or a blanket card and an ID sender. Bring me this and we can discuss payment. Any parts or equipment I can buy? He's got a blue crystal. Okay. Don't need any of this stuff. But I might have some stuff to sell. So cool facts. Lessons speak a mix of 2 real Earth languages. Haya and Kikuyu? Oh, really? Interesting. It does sound like an actual dialect, yeah. Actual language. Are you all right?
All
All right? Yes, my eyes have failed before the time, and my hands and hearing are all still sharp.
Sullistan's hearing's pretty sharp, if you couldn't guess from the lobes.
Ooh. But I am not blind to sounds, no matter how quiet, so address me with respect. Now, what brings you here? I came here to do business. Depends. What is this place? What is this place? It is the finest vehicle repair shop this side of the moon is what it is.
Big Ears here might know someone who can change the Ebon Hawk's ID signature. Could be useful for avoiding notice.
Gosh. Wasn't even a good one. This is Big Ears. Compliments will not get you a discount. Never mind, I'll be going. I don't really need anything from you right now, buddy. But I can steal your stuff. Sucker. What an idiot. Just leaving boxes there. I was wondering if I might prevail upon you for a favor. It has come to my attention that my predecessor wasn't carelessly destroyed by Master Tien. What happened to him? After the last accident here in the garage, he was scrapped. He was then picked up by a junk dealer, a mechanical cannibal by the name of Godin. Filthy beast, large dust, very unpleasant. How do I get the ship ID? Centauri's reasons, mind you. The utility droid in question has some plans of Master Tien stored in his memory core. The plans are really quite necessary to be retrieved. Not a spoiler. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head, but if you just kind of do what I'm doing and talk to everyone and do all the little side quests, eventually it should just narrow itself down. But you could probably just do a quick Google search if you really wanted to kind of spoil out instead of figuring it out. But it's up to you. You can either kind of follow along with, you could also just watch and follow along as I'm playing through. I'm not going to be live for much longer tonight, but I don't know exactly like the path to do it. But if you talk to everyone and do all the little side quests and stuff, eventually it'll make itself clear which is the right option. You can also ask your companions for like little tips here and there. Sometimes they have some informative directions that they can point you in. I remember a big part of Nar Shaddaa, though, has to do with one of the cantinas. Can't remember which cantina. I think there's a couple. But one of the cantinas is very important for the story here, so maybe that can point you in the right direction. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty cool, Dorzan. I've never heard. I'll have to like look up a video of like what those languages actually sound like, but that's cool. Plans? What plans? Well, I'm not at liberty to say. They are really quite sensitive. Suffice to say that they are necessary. They aren't dangerous, are they? Oh no, they're simply schematics for a new prototype droid shield. Quite fascinating, really. One of his rare moments of genius. Of course, it occurs to me that I shouldn't have said that to you now, since it was intended to be something of a secret. Need a memory wipe. I fear that we'll need a schematics if he stay in business. Master Tien has fallen on hard times. If I can get a free version of that part once it's built, then I'll do it. Oh, thank you. I knew you were a helpful sentient as soon as my photoreceptors focused on you. If you retrieve my predecessor's memory core, then I would be most appreciative. What does the droid look like? It's a small astromech droid, brown, a little battered, but quite loyal and dutiful. Its designation is IT-31. They're African languages. Oh, okay. Where can I find Coden? He works out in the main hub here in the refugee sector. He should have a graveyard of poor droids around him. Please be careful. As Aqualish go, Coden is really a rather nasty specimen. What does the droid look like? It's a small astromech droid, brown. Okay. Copy. I'll be going now. Cool. The original actor who played the Celestian in Return of the Jedi was from Africa, and he made up the language. Oh, really? He just like... Did he actually like write it out, or did he just like combine both languages as he was talking? Because that's kind of cool. That's a cool little fact. I didn't know that. That's cool. Well, that's probably a pretty good stopping point for the night, too. It's 11 my time, since live. You guys want to raid Since Sterling?